Hello students and welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. Today we will be discussing about the PM Internship Scheme. We'll see what the scheme is, what is the criteria, what is the aim objective. Okay, so let's see first why is it in news and then understand what is the main reason to bring in this scheme. Okay, so what's the news? The Ministry of Corporate Affairs, important prelims wise, this entire topic is very important with respect to the factual things. So it is brought in by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Anytime you are reading a scheme, you should know which ministry or the collaboration of which ministries has brought the particular scheme. They have launched the Prime Minister's Internship Scheme. This scheme was announced in the Union Budget 2024. So in the Union Budget, there were various schemes that were announced. One of them was Internship Scheme. There was Prime Minister's 5 different schemes which were supposed to come in with respect to youth's skill development and employment. One such scheme is the Internship Scheme. I hope that's absolutely clear. Now, before we look at this slide, let me explain that particular slide and why there is a reason, why was there a reason for such a scheme. In India, of course, we have a huge issue of unemployment. Now, unemployment can be due to various reasons. Number one reason is unavailability of job or lack of jobs. Lack of jobs. Okay, but a subset of this reason of lack of jobs can be a skill mismatch. I'll explain all this. Skill mismatch. This is structural unemployment, unemployment due to the skill mismatch. Right, or there is one concept of unemployability. So let me tell you what this is all about. Lack of jobs means there are no jobs only. There are no jobs only in the economy. There are 10 crore people who want jobs. The jobs were only 1 crore. All jobs have been filled. Now no additional job remains. That is purely lack of jobs. Skill mismatch means the economy requires people with X skills, but people with X skills are very less. People with Y skills are very high. For example, the economy requires doctors, but the economy has a huge amount of engineers and not doctors. So you cannot post engineers on the vacancy for doctors and vice versa. So this is the skill mismatch. Then there is unemployability. Unemployability means what? A few years back, to be very exact, 5 years back, there was a report that was published which said that about 80% of engineers are unemployable. 80% of the engineers are unemployable. Means what? Now, because of which what will happen? There will be unemployment. People will not get jobs, but are people not getting jobs because there are lack of jobs? No, jobs are there, jobs can be there. Are people getting because there is a mismatch? No, you need engineers, you have engineers, but the only problem is they are unemployable. They do not have the skills, they do not have the knowledge, they do not have the ability. Now, to address this, so let us look at the data. We said 80%, let us look at the data for the same. We have the data to back it up. Okay, so this is the main reason for the scheme. I'll tell you how this scheme is going to address this reason. So if you look at it, this is tier 1 city, the blue one is tier 1, the red one is tier 2 and the yellow one is tier 3. So in each of the histogram, you can see the tier 1 city, at least there are more employable people, more employable engineers. In tier 2 it is lesser, and in tier 3 it is the worst situation. It is the case in every particular sector. So if you look at software engineer and IT product, only around 5% people are employable. This is employability percentage. Only 5% people are employable. That means 95% people are not employable. If you look at in tier 2, it's just 3.5%, tier 3 it is just 2.5%. So it is way high. It is more than 95% unemployability. But there are certain sectors of engineering in which more amount of people are employable. That is why the overall percentage comes out to be 80%. So if you look at software engineer and IT services, this was product, this is services. Here around 19% are employable. ITES enabling services, here 40% are employable. Design engineer, non-IT design engineer, just 6% employable. Sales engineer, non-IT, 20%. Business analyst, 12%. Associate IT enabling services, 41%. Technical content developer, 13%. Creative content developer, 17.84, means approximately 18%. We are talking about tier 1, which is the highest. In other tiers, it is even lesser. So approximately overall, about 80% are unemployable. Now to address that, the government previously had come up with one more scheme, that was apprenticeship scheme. Internship is nothing, it's synonymous with apprenticeship only. Slightly different in slightly different as in that apprenticeship scheme was different. It was had different purposes. The purpose was same, but the different provisions. Now internship scheme is also on those lines only. Let us see what it is and how it addresses the problem. How will it address the problem is, see, first understand why these people were unemployable. These people were unemployable because 10-15 years back there was too much of proliferation of engineering colleges. Everyone left, right, center got admissions without even fulfilling the criteria at times. So too high number of engineers, right? And very new colleges which could not have practical machineries, this, that, to train these engineers well. That is also an issue, right? And what happened is, no matter what, to an extent the studies are theoretical. But as an engineer, when you work on site, on the job, the situation is completely different, right? And literally you have to learn on job. Now the companies will look to hire someone who knows it, who can solve practical problems, and you have only done theoretical things. So in the interview you are found to be unemployable. And that is where the schemes come in, because this scheme is an internship scheme, meaning you will be doing internship in the company, you will be getting some amount also from the company, from the government also. From the government majorly, and some amount from the company also. So what will happen in this internship? You will learn, you will practice, you will develop your skills. As a result of which, what will happen after the internship? You will be employable, more chances of getting the job. So this is the main focus of the scheme. Scheme aims to provide students with internship opportunities to address youth unemployment issue. So the unemployability percentage will come down, more and more people would be employable, and more company would start hiring more and more people. It seeks to provide internship to 1 crore young people over next 5 years. So 1 crore in the coming 5 years. Let us see more about the scheme. Under this scheme, when you apply for the scheme, under this scheme, basically you will be getting monthly stipend of 4,500 from the government and 500 from additional 500 from the company. Very important for your prelims. The government is giving the higher amount, company is giving just 500, and this 500 is a part of their corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility. Okay, initiative consisting of 1 year. So this will be for 1 year. 4,500 by government, 500 by the company, and this 500 will act as a corporate social responsibility criteria. A one-time grant of 6,000 will also be provided upon enrollment. Okay. Insurance coverage will also be there under Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. This is life insurance. This is Suraksha, safety insurance. Suraksha means safety, Jeevan means life. Okay, now what is the eligibility criteria? The eligibility criteria with respect to ages, the person should be 21 to 24 years of age. Education criteria is very clear, at least 10th. At the same time, graduates from the premium institutes, that is IITs, IIMs and CA professionals etc. are excluded. Okay, So this is very important criteria, because see, they would get jobs elsewhere, they would get better opportunities, etc. So let's not fill this 1 crore internship vacancies through this, rather give opportunity to people who are from, you know, lesser college, if so to say. Then employment status, of course, must not be in full-time employment. If they are already in full-time employment, it will not make sense. Income restriction, there is also an income restriction. Their family income should not exceed 8 lakh rupees. Again, makes sense. So as to target the you know, the person who requires it the most. Okay. So basically that this is talking about sort of a bottom-up approach. Bottom-up approach. Okay. Then what are the benefits? Of course, offers practical skills in the real world employment environment, making them employable. It will also provide financial support to the youngsters. These are the benefit. Major benefit is employability and increase in employment. So this is all about the internship scheme. Various other schemes on education, employment and skill development for youth will keep coming, and we'll be bringing that to you as and when it comes. Thank you.